So if you're a network marketer who is trying to add every single person you can on your Facebook, on your Instagram, on your LinkedIn, but a lot of your prospects aren't responding to you, or maybe they're leaving you unseen, or maybe they're just not interested, then I know exactly what is going wrong in your business. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about MLM target audience and why it's the most important thing for you to grow your business long term. Coming up. Hey, what's up? Michael Favaloro here. Hope you're doing awesome, and I'm super excited for this episode because this is something I've wanted to talk about for a long time. Possibly it's the most important question you need to ask yourself on target audience, and actually this might be something that could be wasting a lot of your time. You see, like, time is our biggest asset in our business, right? And if you're not concentrating on the right things, and if you're not concentrating your time on the right people, then you are wasting a lot of your precious time, okay? So I'm going to start off with this story because it's really going to help you narrow down and understand this concept of target audience, okay? So back when I first started network marketing, I remember I tried to bring my business online, and I wasn't sure how to really connect with a lot of people. I wasn't sure who to talk to. I wasn't sure what message to send. And eventually I found a script. And the script was just like something like, it was like, if you're someone stuck with your job, or if you're stuck with your job and you want to earn an extra income and maybe you're open to a plan B, then I'd love for you to hear about my opportunity. And that was the script that I thought was awesome. So what I ended up doing was buying, because I'm not sure how many of you are on LinkedIn, but I bought LinkedIn Premium. And what that offers you is actually, you're able to connect with unlimited people every single day. So you can go through the connections and you can just literally just click connect. And what I ended up doing was that I did this. I connected with around 500 people every single day for only a week because it was far too many people. And I just started sending script after script after script after script. And I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, this is going to work. People are going to reach back out to me interested in my opportunity. And a few days later, I started getting a lot of negativity back from a minority of people. And I also got seen. So a lot of people wouldn't respond back to me. And I also got a lot of people who just said no. A lot of people who weren't interested in me. And I was like, I've sent like hundreds of scripts. I've sent hundreds of messages to these people. Why am I getting no results? Why is no one interested? Like, I was so frustrated at my job. Why does no one want to quit their job and get a potential business opportunity where they can make a lot of money? And I had no idea what was going wrong. I kind of hit a blank wall and I'm like, why is this not working? And it wasn't until I started reading, it was a quote from someone, and it said something like, it was something like, I'd rather talk to 10 people that are actually interested in my business than 1,000 people and only 990 of them being interested in my business. And that's when I first got introduced to target audience. And that's when everything started opening up to me. You see, when you're adding random people and when you're adding anyone and everyone, the majority of those people have no pre-existing desire to actually buy our product or opportunity. Think about it. If you're on Facebook and you're just going out, just adding every single person that you can. You're going into groups. You're going to mum groups or father groups or maybe entrepreneur groups. Any group, and you're just sending them messages saying if they're interested in an opportunity. You have no idea if they're interested in your opportunity. And even though some will be, you're wasting a lot of time on the wrong people, okay? And that's when I started really narrowing down on who I really want to serve. So I was like, all right, maybe I can just serve 9-to-5ers because I was once a 9-to-5er. I knew how stressful and frustrating it was. And I knew that I had an entrepreneurial spark in me and I knew that I wanted a better life. So maybe I can just hone in on 9-to-5ers. And that's what I started doing. But I wasn't getting results because I wasn't good at marketing. I didn't even know how to do any of that. But I didn't realize at the time that I was actually on the right track to growing a successful business. Okay? So for you, you need to start thinking about who you really want to serve. Okay? And this is the important thing to note. You're going to have a specific message, okay? You speak a specific language. So for me, I struggled through network marketing. I know all the problems and I know all the roadblocks that you experience when you start to bring your business online. So I know that language. I know how to speak to people who are going through that struggle. And that's why I decided to target only network marketers. So I decided to just hone my message down on the people who are struggling to bring their business online. And that's how I help them. That's what I bring them a solution with. You see, if I try to recruit coaches into my network marketing business, I have no idea what their problems are. I don't know what their desires are. I don't know how they think. I don't know how they act. So how could I possibly relate to them? But I was once a network marketer who was struggling to bring their business online. And because I speak their language, we're able to connect and we're able to relate and have the same experiences, which means that when they do open up, I can offer them a solution and teach them how to actually grow their business online. Okay? So I hope you're getting the point. So maybe you're someone who, I don't know, maybe you struggled with maybe you struggled with your 9-to-5 job, and they're people that you want to serve because you understand their pains and frustrations, so you know how to actually talk to them and you can relate to them. You guys might have the same experiences, and you can base your entire branding around helping 9-to-5ers overcome stress and anxiety and help them reach fulfillment in their life. Okay, something like that. So if you guys do want to get a live example, you can go to my Facebook, and I think it's on the profile. You'll see that I revolve all my branding around helping network marketers bring their business online. Okay, and why I do that is because it's very specific. Okay, I could target anyone in network marketing, people that are trying to build their business online, people trying to build it online. I can target the whole network marketing industry. But if I target it to people who were once like me, if I'm targeting it to people who are trying to bring their business online, they're trying prospecting, they're trying to post content, but nothing's working for them, then they're the people I want because I experienced that. Okay? And I'm going to say a little story. When I went to Funnel Hacking Live, it's a marketing event. It was only a few days ago in Nashville. It was so fun. We had this 17-year-old speaker come on stage, and he was speaking to 5,000 entrepreneurs. And you can obviously imagine how much this guy's achieved being only 17 years old. He once had depression and anxiety, and he went through a stage in his life where he had suicidal thoughts. He really wanted to, leave this earth because he was feeling all these different feelings that made him feel like crap, and like mentally wrong and mentally ill. And I have no idea how that experience is because I've never felt that way, but he did. So what he ended up doing was creating a product and creating a course around helping people in high school and primary school overcome anxiety and depression and, regain a better life. And the point is, he knows how to speak to them. He can relate to them because he had the same experiences, okay? And he started talking about how he really feels for them, how he actually cares about them. Because once you do start getting a target audience, you're going to start prospecting the exact people that you want, but you might have the intention just to recruit them and for your own sake, for your own money, okay? But what he ended up doing was he started envisioning the worst situation that someone in his target audience could be in, okay? And this is a practical exercise that you can do once you do figure out what target audience you want, okay? So he started, before I talk about what he said, this is kind of a bit X-rated. It's kind of very, how do I explain it? It's not good to imagine. So basically what he did was he envisions his perfect target audience, a kid in high school who is suffering with depression and anxiety. He'd open his front door and there'd be a kid dead on the floor, a pool of blood, killed himself by stabbing himself in the neck. And basically that's the worst situation his target audience would be in. And he'd imagine it, he'd envision it, and he'd say that if my product reached this kid, then I would have saved his life. Okay? If my product reached this kid, I would have saved his life. And now, when he speaks to his target audience, he goes in with the mentality that he wants to help them. Okay? And when you go in with the mentality that you just want to help your target audience, money's just going to come to you. Okay? So I really hope this is helping you guys. And that's the same thing I did. I was like, man, like I'm more about the money. Like I'm more about just recruiting people. Like how can I really care for my target audience? And I started thinking of a mother. I started thinking of a mother who was in her bed. She was trying to bring her network marketing business online, but she was too stressed. She couldn't feed her kids. She couldn't support her family. She was laying down in bed. She covered herself on her sheets because she was too depressed to get out of bed. And after a few hours, she'd try to get out because this might be going a little deep, but this is literally what I did. And after a few hours, she was trying to get out of bed. But when she took her sheets off and just tried to run out of bed and like regain her strength, she had to run back in bed because she was too overcome with stress and anxiety and depression because she just couldn't grow her business, and she just went back into bed. Okay? They're the type of people I really think of when I'm trying to recruit people. Okay? And it actually really helped. And you guys might be looking at me thinking I'm like freaking crazy right now, but when you do this envisioning and this exercise, it actually helps a lot. So I want to get into more of a practical implementation for you because I want to make this, I want to allow you guys to actually use this in your business, because if you're not using it, you're going to be wasting a lot of time focusing on the wrong people. Like I said earlier, you can be focusing on 1,000 people that you have no idea what their occupation is, you have no idea what their problems and desires are, and the majority of them aren't interested. Then they don't have a pre-existing desire to have your solution, okay? But what if you only go for a minority of people? But those minority of people are very interested in your business. Which one would you rather? Obviously the latter, right? So that's what we're going to do now. So I want you to think of who you want to target. Maybe, I don't know who you are, but maybe, like I said before, maybe you have been in a 9-to-5 job and you were so stressed with it. You know what the experience is. Sometimes you've gone home early because you just couldn't deal with it. Maybe you've had clashes with people who are your same rank because you're both trying to rank advance and you're both trying to get to the next title, the next paycheck, but both of you competing. So you're both like losing time, you're both getting stressed, and it creates friction between employees, okay? But you're the person that knows this. You're going to know all these experiences, okay? And if that's some target that, if they're your target audience that you want to go for, then I strongly suggest going for that, okay? And the next thing you want to do is construct your message, okay? Your message basically addresses who you want to serve and how you serve them and what you want to help them achieve, okay? So for me, I help network marketers. So this is my message. It's something like, I can't even remember it. I help network marketers build their business online through online marketing strategies. It was something like that. It's all over my social media. Every single social media, you can look at me. If you type in Michael Favaloro to Facebook, to LinkedIn, to YouTube, and my podcast, obviously you're on YouTube right now, or actually you could be on my podcast, I always have that exact same message. I'm always talking to the people who are trying to bring their business online, but they're struggling to because their uplines, or maybe their uplines are teaching them stupid methods, or maybe people in the industry are teaching them shitty methods that aren't working, okay? They're the people I serve. Now, that's something you want to bring. I tell this to a lot of people because I know a lot of people do want to target 9-to-5ers and people still in the construction, or because I was in the construction, or the consultancy world, or the just whatever it is. And it can be something like, I help 9-to-5ers overcome stress and anxiety and help them regain a better, fulfilled life through residual income. Something like that. And think about that. If you have that on your Facebook and you go to people who are still working in their 9-to-5, you're adding them on Facebook, you're asking them if they're stressed at work, and they're saying like, yeah, I am stressed at work, like I'm experiencing this, I'm experiencing that, and you're saying, oh yeah, I experience them as well, And when they go over to your Facebook, they see that you're someone who is an authority, you're someone that is an expert, you're someone that helps them. Okay? Think about that. That customer, that person that you're talking to is stressed with their 9-to-5 job. They go to your profile, they see that you're someone who is really passionate about helping 9-to-5ers get out of their job and get freedom. Then they're going to want to find your solution. They're going to want what you want. They're going to want the life that you want, okay? So start constructing what your message is. It can be the exact same thing. You could be targeting, I don't know, people in military who have retired. You could be targeting people, I don't know, who haven't had the best life opportunities, anything, but it's all the same. Your messaging needs to talk about who you're targeting. So for me, it's network marketers. It needs to be a problem they're having. So it could be, I help 9-to-5ers overcome stress and anxiety, and then their solution. Okay, so their solution is that you could offer, gain fulfillment and gain happiness by, being able to spend more time with their family and friends. Okay, and just by doing this, it's going to help you a ton. Like, it's literally going to save you so much time in your business, because now all your efforts, your 100% focus is going to be about those people only. Okay, so I hope you're seeing a lot from this episode. I hope you're seeing why this is so important. Like I said, I wasted 2 to 3 months prospecting anyone and everyone, not getting any results, nothing. And it completely just, my time was my biggest asset. I wanted success, but I was holding it back without myself even knowing. Okay, that's why I'm so passionate about this, and that's why I hope it helps you a lot in this episode. And again, if you want more information or if you want to get help on this subject, I'd love for you to reach out to me just on Facebook or LinkedIn. You can just search me up on Facebook. You'll see my profile photo, and just add me, connect with me, ask with me if you need help on your messaging, or crafting your messaging, or crafting your perfect target audience, and I'm happy to help. So I just want to say thanks. It's been a roller coaster in the past few days. We just came back from the US, and it's just been insane. Like, there's been so much growth, and I'm looking forward to 2020. I hope you are too. And really, thanks for watching this episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one.